Hello and welcome to another update on SUI. The SUI chart has performed quite well yesterday, better than some other coins, but we have not broken above any of the previous swing highs. We also have not seen any break above Fibonacci resistance, which is still relevant. Okay, so we want to talk a little bit about the structure here. It certainly is positive. It is positive that the correction, the pullback, is overlapping in nature. So again, I continue to view this chart as bullish. Yeah. So we are looking at a let's say corrective pullback. Okay. So as you can see here, this might all be part of an A wave correction in a larger degree wave 2, even though microstructures are always subject to change. It's quite a significant correction already in terms of duration. So the idea is that we are in this larger correction. That's my thesis in a wave 2 with support between $3.03 and $2.09. Bottom line is, as long as we're holding the $2.09 level, the overall focus can be on higher prices, but I have no evidence at this point that the correction is over. The move up from the April low is seen as a 5-wave pattern. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4, Wave 5. So we're dealing with a 5-wave move up. Typically, when that's the case, the following pullback should be corrective in nature and should correct the entire move up. So this is therefore the main support area. But I'm always watching for alternative scenarios. And one alternative scenario that we're tracking is the orange scenario. In the orange wave count, the price could form at least one more high. In this orange wave 5, it's technically still valid. I mean, we did briefly break below wave 4 support, but it was certainly not a sustained break. And there's no overlap with wave 1. Yep, it's a massive wave 4, and I'm not leaning towards that scenario. But if we continue to grind higher like this, then it's likely orange. Okay, and $4.62 would be the next upside target before we then move into the $5 to $6 range. So that's still one, but honestly, this last low must hold. So what I'm saying here is the Monday low that formed here around $3.58, 59. That low has potential to be a more substantial one. So absolutely possible that we are moving up here in the orange count, but not preferred yet until we get further evidence, because I think it does have problems from a proportion. You know, the proportions are a little bit off. However, what I find quite realistic if we fail to break down more directly is that this B wave, which is part of the larger correction, is simply extending. That's absolutely possible. That we're testing the resistance area again. That's why resistance is on the chart. And in this case, it would be something like A wave up, overshooting B wave to the downside, very messy structure. C wave up, if it gets one more high, maybe, and then we can still get another drop from there. So far, all the pullbacks have been kind of corrective in nature. So yeah, I don't have a very strong opinion which of these pathways it's going to take, but yellow is preferred. What I'm unsure about is whether the market needs another high in this B wave, because it's holding really well today, despite, again, coins being under a little bit of pressure. SUI is still holding quite well. So bottom line is we're still tracking a bullish scenario. In the very short term, we are still caught in a correction, clearly, but there's a potential for a wider B wave. But honestly, once we break above that resistance area, it becomes more and more probable we are actually in the orange scenario. And the key level to maintain the orange count as plausible is this swing low from yesterday. So that's the update on SUI. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.